Hello, welcome back. Today we have a book haul, and not just any book haul, a used book haul. So today I went to McKay's Used Books, which is a buy, sell, trade store about an hour from my house, and you can bring books to them and sell them for trade, store credit, cash, different things like that. They also do movies, indie, puppy life. If you know, you know. So I bought all of these books with my trade credit that I had there for the store. And so I have been doing this for years now with McKay's, and I don't think I've ever actually spent a cent of actual money here. It's all just like books that I've bought or traded from them. I'll like trade back and so on and so forth. So really anything I pick up that I think seems even remotely interesting, I just pick up, because even if I unhaul it or DNF it, I can just sell it back to them for trade credit. Girlfriend is doing the most right now. Okay, so starting with the paperback books, I have 5 of them here. First one is Lost Boy Found by Kirsten Alexander, and this looks really cool because the back of it, the synopsis on the back and in the front flap look like a newspaper. And so this is based in Louisiana in 1913, and a boy goes missing, and then years later a man shows up and everybody is convinced that it's the boy that disappeared all those years ago, but nobody's really sure. And you also follow his grieving mother, and so this just seems really interesting, and there's an excerpt from the book that I read and it seems really good. And so this was $3.99 trade credit, and I haven't heard anything about this author, but deckled edges, and it's blurbed by Sally Hepworth, so figured I'd give it a try. It's also in really good condition. And then we have The Perfect Ruin by Shanora Williams, and I don't actually know what this is about, but I've heard quite a few people talk about it and enjoy it, so I figured might as well try it. It was $8 in store credit. Next we have The Silver Star by Jeanette Walls. I read The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls and enjoyed it, and this is about a small town in the 70s in California, and these orphans have to travel from California to Virginia. And so I thought I would try this one, and it's also in a really good condition, and it was $1.42. This was published in 2013, but it's like a brand new perfect condition copy. We also have Saint X by Alexis. I'm not even gonna try to say that last name. And my friends Jesse and Gwen got copies of this book when we went to the book exchange in Virginia Beach with Gwen. And this is about a woman whose sister went missing many years ago during a family vacation, and they're trying to figure out what happened to her years later. And then we have another Jeanette Walls book, and this is Hang the Moon. This one just came out. Oh, I'm just realizing that this is an ARC. It says advanced reader copy, on sale March 2023. Interesting. You're not supposed to sell ARCs to McKay's, and one time an ARC accidentally got in a bag of my books and they like gave it back to me. They wouldn't take it. So I don't know how this one got through, but you're not supposed to sell ARCs. So somebody didn't follow the rules. But anyways, this is, I believe, about a small town in the early 1900s, and I think this is about like an estranged family. So I also think that I have the ARC of this on Libro, like the ALC, the advanced listener copy on Libro FM. So I probably shouldn't have even gotten this. Why did I get this? I don't know. But now, I mean, now I have it, and they're not gonna take it back because it's an ARC and somehow it slipped through. Okay, now let's move on to the hardcover books. The first is a Book of the Month copy, and it's The Removed by Brandon Hobson. And this is drawn from Cherokee folklore, and I think it has a lot to do with Alzheimer's and obsession and espionage and foster children. Like, it has some buzzwords in here that I appreciate, and this is from January of 2021, and it was $4 in trade credit. So I figure it's like pretty short, so I figured I would give it a try. It's only 270 pages, so figured I would give it a shot. And then one more Book of the Month copy from March of 2022, and that's Tell Me Everything by Erica Krause. I can't tell if you're coughing or sneezing. Part memoir and part literary true crime. This is the mesmerizing story of a landmark sexual assault investigation and the female private investigator who helped crack it open. So this took place in the early 2000s. So I've been pretty interested in true crime the past couple of years, so I thought I would give this one a try too. My puppy Indy loves mirrors. Anybody else's puppy just like can't get enough of seeing themselves in mirrors? Okay, next I started trying to read this book on my Kindle and put it down, but I've been interested in trying it again. This is Stolen Innocence by Alyssa Walls, and this is about a girl who grew up with Warren Jeffs in the polygamous cult. And so I think it'll hit differently if I read it physically, especially since there's pictures in here of her with her husband that she was married off to like as a child, and all of her sister wives, and this just seems so interesting to me. So yeah, it's a chunker, but I am excited to pick this one up, and I think I'll have a better reading experience this time around. Next we have The Escape Room by Megan Golden, and this one I picked up just to have for my favorite shelf. I love Megan Golden so much, and well, I loved this one and I loved The Night Swim. My sister currently has my copy of The Night Swim, but that one was 5 stars and this one was 5 stars. And so I wanted to have it on my shelf. I've never actually seen this physically anywhere, so I had to pick it up because it was $2.74 in trade credit. Why are you hacking like that? Did you eat something you're not supposed to? Hacking up a storm over there. Okay, next we have The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce, and this one was $4.75 in trade credit, and I have not heard fantastic things about this book. I know it's about a wedding that takes place at an old asylum, but I wanted to try this one out because it's for a special project I've been working on, and of course, asylum, that's a huge buzzword for me, so that leads me to my next book, Woman 99 by Greer McAllister. Let me see if you can tell why I want to read this book. When Charlotte Smith's wealthy parents committed her beloved sister Phoebe to the infamous Golden Grove Asylum, Charlotte knows there's more to the story than just madness. She risks everything and follows her sister inside, surrendering her real identity as a privileged young lady in San Francisco to become a nameless inmate. Does that not sound like exactly what I like to read? And I think my friend Jordan from the channel Sorry Booked Solid has read this as well. But this is also for that project I'm doing around asylum books next year. Okay, I just checked her mouth and she doesn't have anything she's not supposed to. I'm not sure where the coughing and sneezing is coming from. Next we have Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. Do you wait until I'm talking to cough? And I've seen this floating around for a long time and I recognized the cover and I don't know why I've never picked it up before. But it's about these 2 girls and they live in Memphis in the 40s and they are thrown into a children's orphanage. And then there's also a second timeline of present day in Aiken, South Carolina. And it's blurbed by Susan Meissner, which I also read another book by Susan Meissner this month. So check back for my August wrap up to hear about that book. Okay, we have 2 more. Sally Hepworth, The Younger Wife. I did read a Sally Hepworth book at the beginning of the year for my Trying Booktubers Favorites vlog, and I gave it 3 stars, so it was fine. It was quick. I got through it pretty quickly, so I decided I would try another one. So, Keisha, I'm trying another Sally Hepworth. And this is The Younger Wife, and it is about family secrets, and there's an older wife, there's a newer wife, there's daughters, there's the husband, and these are just kind of suspense family dramas, and I'm interested to check it out. Out of all of the Sally Hepworth books that I saw there, this was the one that most intrigued me. And then last but not least, we have The Lincoln Highway by Amor Tollet, I think? Amor Tolles? I don't know how to say it, but he wrote The Gentleman in Moscow, and this is a chunker, and it was only $5, so I decided to give it a try, but it is 560 pages, so I'm hoping I can find an audio version, but this seems like a very interesting like Western story based in the 50s. An 18-year-old gets out of a juvenile jail after serving his time, and he kind of bands together with some people as he's trying to go back to California to find his family, and it's just about their antics, I think. And I've heard interesting things. It's a read with Jenna pick, which who even is Jenna? I don't know. I mean, I know who Jenna is, but I hate these things. Like, just take it off of there. But I decided to give it a try because I've heard some things about it, and like I said, it was just $5 in store credit, so if I DNF it, I just take it back and somebody else can enjoy it. Okay, so that was all 14 books that I got today at McKay's. Please let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these and what you thought about them, or are you interested in picking any of them up? Let me know. needs to stop hacking, apparently. Have you stopped coughing and sneezing now? Now that I'm done filming, you're done coughing and sneezing? Yeah? Okay, that's it for this video. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps out my channel, and Indy and I will see you in our next video. Bye!